Here we are, hanging out.
Wow.
This is going to be exciting.
Happy New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Eve.
Happy New Year's Eve.
A new year is approaching rapidly.
It's literally within hours. We can do a countdown on our phones and watch the time go by, but we're not going to.
No, it's like 5.5 hours or something like that.
Because we're going to podcast. We're going to pour some beverages to cleanse ourselves of 2020. We're going to drink those beverages as we watch Bridgington.
Bridgington. I don't know how to say it.
It's
still.
such a scandalous, sleazy,
we talked about this
trashy show. There's girls in the 1813s. They didn't know what was going to happen, but when it happened, they knew what to do.
We talked about it a couple of days ago, but we've binge watched it, to say the least. And we have 2 episodes left, so we're going to finish that tonight.
We've watched it. It's super different.
Exciting New Year's Eve we have.
Yes, and then we're going to watch other trashy TV like Southern Charm.
That's what we like to do. So
we do. We like to escape this world.
Then we'll turn the ball dropping on about.
Yeah, we will, baby. You know we will.
11:55 p.m. We'll turn that thing on. We'll just watch it drop, and then we'll go to bed. It was so exciting.
That's the challenge of the night. Will we make it?
I won't make it. I can tell you right now.
I'll wake her up.
Right
I'll kiss her. I'll lay one right on you.
Yeah.
The ball drop, and I'll just lay one on you.
Be sure you video that, because I can tell you the way I feel right now. I will not be awake at midnight. I'm so sleepy. I didn't sleep good last night.
Well, I slept awkwardly last night because I drank too much of the brown water. Right.
I tried to wake you up to go to bed, and you decided to slump on the couch.
I was sitting up on the couch when I exited my consciousness. And I woke up at 4:20 with my feet on the floor, but my head where you sit. Yeah. So I was just laying, and I felt like I slept so solid to that moment. I hadn't woken up all night.
Maybe you did.
I woke up, went to the bathroom, came to bed. It was warm, and I never had the slightest bit of a headache. I think I'm a pro.
I think you might be a pro.
I'm a pro. Want to talk about these questions we've been doing?
Yeah, we still are on these questions. The same.
Shoot, we're on number 22 out of 53.
Oh, we're halfway there
Almost. We will be by the end of this podcast.
Yes.
Is what we'll be. The number 22.
Shoot it at me.
Shoot it at me, she says. Do you trust each other?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I trust you.
That's a huge problem if you don't trust each other.
Yeah, I trust you 100%. I trust you with everything.
I trust you 100%.
So that was easy.
That was easy, but I think that's a problem for people, and I think it will eat your relationship alive if you can't trust the other party or if you're psyching yourself out.
Right.
Because I've talked to people where they psych themselves out and they just know that they're, and that's the problem with social media nowadays. That's the problem with the internet. That's the problem with having a phone in your hand all the time. It's these kids, I feel for them. Like, we're established, but there's so many distractions.
Yep.
And you're talking to different people, and
yep.
It's just so I think some relationships psych themselves out thinking that they're talking to somebody or whatever it may be. But
the way I think about that, it's like, you know what? I don't worry about it. Because if it's going to happen, it's going to happen, and I'll find out sometime, and I'll deal with it then. Why am I going to worry my life every day of worrying about that?
True. We have that same philosophy. Like you know what? I don't want to. People say we got to prepare yourself for if something bad happens. No, I'd rather just live happily and be devastated.
Yeah.
At that moment, instead of making my life, really the odds are that it's not happening. Because if you feel like you trust somebody, yeah, it can happen. But if you trust somebody and you're communicating with them, and then the odds are you're just psyching yourself out.
Right.
Hopefully,
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Anyway, 23. Have you not let your partner do something just because you feel jealous or angry?
What does that mean? Not let your partner do something? Like, do what? Like, go out with their friends, or? Well, I don't get that question.
We're not that type of people. We aren't the don't let your partner do something type of people.
No, I mean, back in the day when we were younger, I might have given you a hard time if I wanted you to do something and you went out and played basketball or did something like that instead. I may, give you a hard time, but I'm way past that. I mean, I'm way beyond that.
Well, that's adolescent stuff, yeah. No, I can't. I can't think though where you threatened me or said, "Yeah, I don't."
I can't either.
Recall either us saying, "You can't do this."
I know that I've said to you before, like when you get to do your little guy trips and stuff like that, I might. Obviously, I don't say you can't go, but I might give you like, I don't know if it's guilt or just like, I'll say stupid stuff like, well, that, must be nice to have guys to go out on trips with, you know what I mean? Or like,
Sure.
I sure wish I had somebody to go places with. I mean, I'll do that.
Try to make me feel bad.
I do that.
Yeah.
It's not even really that I try to make you feel bad. I just want you to know that I'm taking note and score. And you owe me some trips.
Why do I owe you trips? You can go on trips anytime you want.
With whom?
But why do I get punished because I
you're
go
not
on
being
a trip?
punished. I'm not punishing you.
Then why is there a score?
Because I just need you to know that I just keep that in my back pocket.
Okay.
I'm
All
just
right.
kidding.
Keep it in your back
I'm
pocket.
joking. Oh my gosh. I'm totally joking.
I know you are.
No, but I do that sometimes. I catch myself
Yeah, but you
saying that.
usually say to me, "I'm just being stupid."
I am just being stupid. But at the same time, I do feel like that sometimes. Because, like, you do go way more places than I go. You get way more opportunities to go places than I do.
And I think that's a good conversation for relationships because I think that's where things go bad is because people could get jealous or resentful for some reason or competitive when you can't compete in a relationship,
No, I'm definitely not saying don't go or anything like that. And
Right.
I don't give you such a hard time where you feel bad about going, but I will take a little jab every once in a while.
Yeah,
And not
but
that you go a lot, but
no,
you
but
go way more than I do.
But by the time usually when I leave and I go, I never feel weird,
Yeah,
like that there's a problem
right.
between us. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Like this past year when you went on your little fantasy football thing, I usually get to go with you. This year I did not get to go. And I mean, I'm not going to sit and pout a little bit, but it wasn't like make you miserable pout.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine. Once I went, yeah,
So anyway, so I think that kind of answers that question.
I think so.
But you never do that to me, but I don't ever go anywhere, so I really can't test that theory.
You can do whatever you want.
I really believe that.
I really am not going to give you a hard time. If you tell me that you're going to go to Columbus with a couple of girlfriends or a girlfriend or something,
I totally believe
not
that.
going to be like, no.
Oh, no, I totally believe that 100%.
Which I could not say no because then you'd go for a week.
That's true. That's very true. That's probably very true.
So that wouldn't work out real well for me.
No, it wouldn't.
No. But let's see here. Number 24. How do you feel when others find your partner attractive?
I have not a problem with it.
I like it. I've always been the guy that's like, I think it's great. I've never, like, when people are like, sorry, man, I was looking at your girl's butt. And I'm like, yeah, cool. Like, that's good, right? I mean,
Yeah.
why would that not, like, I don't want to be like, nobody ever notices my girl.
Right.
I don't want to, like, whore you out or anything.
Oh, well, thanks. I appreciate
But
that.
I love that people notice you. You're a beautiful lady. I like that. I just don't want them to sneak in your DMs or
Right.
try to talk to you. I don't like that. That's another thing.
That is
Noticing someone's beautiful or attractive, that's one thing. Noticing or acting on something or
Right.
disrespecting me, that's a whole nother thing, which that happens plenty. Plenty.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's my answer.
No, I agree. I don't have a problem with it at all. It's flattering.
It's flattering. That's
Yeah.
great. You think she's hot.
Yeah, but
That's
let's
good.
just keep it at that, like you said.
That's it. I'm happy that you think she's hot. That's great.
Yeah.
I do
Let's
too.
just not go any further with that, ma'am.
Doesn't
or
bother
sir,
me.
for that
Right,
matter. A lot of
exactly.
times with Jeff, it's sir. Sir, you do know he's married.
Yes, I'll take it either way. I don't care.
No.
Compliments are great. So
Compliments are great.
I don't care if it's a man or a woman. Okay, do you feel jealous if your partner hang out with friends of the opposite sex?
No, I don't. I really don't. I mean, if it would depend. This is a good one because
They have to be approved friends.
we've kind of talked about this before, and I feel like that obviously, which in our case it's a little bit different because we've been together for so long. But if you would have had some sort of romantic connection or dated her or something like that, that would be a little bit harder for me.
It wouldn't be hard for me. It'd be impossible.
It would
for
be
me.
harder for me. Now, here's
It'd be
the thing.
impossible
We've talked
for
about
me.
this before, but if I came onto the scene way later in your life,
Right.
okay, and you dated this girl, you were friends, and then you all tried dating and it didn't work, but then you were back to friends, I don't know what I could really say about it. Because if you were friends, you tried dating, and then you're just friends again because it just didn't work, and then I come into the scene and it's way after that, I don't really think that I have a right to say anything about you hanging out with your friend. Even though it'd be hard for me knowing that you dated. Now, if you just dated a girl and there was really no friend connection, now you're like, oh, we're just friends. I'd have a little bit of a problem with it. I really don't feel like I can't unbiasedly answer that question because I've not been in that situation. I say what I think I would, but for me right now, I would be totally fine with it. But I don't know that I would be if we wouldn't have been together for so long. I don't know how well I would have been if you had dated a girl. Now, if you always had just been friends and there was absolutely not one bit of romantic connection, I don't care. Just a friend.
Right.
Yeah, I don't care at all.
I think it has to be something though where it's, for me, I have no problem with any of your guy friends, but they're not my friends at the same level. Maybe like you're much closer, but there's an acknowledgement and a respect there that I get from them, which makes me comfortable, and I don't have a problem with that. If you like started working somewhere and you started, this friendship with some guy that I've never met and I don't know, and then all of a sudden you're hanging out and going out to lunches and texting at night, and that would
without you meeting, and
that would really bother me.
Some sort of
if
connection,
I'm being completely honest.
Well. Yeah.
Right.
No,
yes.
I mean I understand that
because it comes after the fact,
or especially if like you I did friend somebody at work, and I am naturally
you are friendly,
not attracted to guys, but like my friends that are very close with and that I get along best
better
with
dudes
are mostly guys. That's just
right.
And I explained to you that the other day when we were watching that show with all those girls and they were always fighting. I was like, do you see now why
drama?
I constantly
a lot of drama.
I can't deal with it.
I'm the same way though with everybody too. Like I get along with girls and guys no matter what, no matter where I am.
But you're able to yes. I have like 2 female friends that I feel like would always be pretty much drama free. And that's about it. And I'm not going to name them on here, but they know who they are. And you know who they are. 2 female friends. And I don't even get to see them that much.
Right.
Other than that, I mean, Chaz is like you obviously, and Chaz, and then we've been hanging out with Michael. It's like I just get along with guys better because I'm so low drama.
And you have no problem. There's no problem with me there. You go to lunch with Chaz, dinner, to coffee, whatever.
Yeah. But my point is, I friended Chaz first at work because we worked together. If you would come into the gym and he acted weird towards you,
it wouldn't work.
It would, and I would.
It wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work for me either because I'd be like, dude, you can't, like.
You got to understand who the queen is, right?
So now he's like, he's like in our family, though.
He's basically like, he comes over and watches fights with me.
Right.
And games, but he's more your friend, I would say. And the same thing with like me. I mean, I have like Meg, she's snapping me before this.
Yeah.
I never feel weird. She's been my friend for years.
You shouldn't feel weird.
She's one of the best girlfriends I have. You know that. You get along with her.
But she treats me.
She treats you amazing though, and she treats us like a couple. It's not like.
Yeah, but I mean, like I'm not close with her or anything. Like I've trained her a couple of times. We've worked out together, but like, you're way closer to her than I ever.
Right. We joke. We goof.
Right.
We have the same type of humor, kind of.
It's like the same thing. It's not threatening.
Right.
But if you had a weird vibe or something, then I feel like that it would be my responsibility to like try to figure out how to do that. The tricky part is if you came into my life later and I'd always been friends with that person.
You can't.
And then you say you have a weird vibe. I'd have a real hard time with it. Not you as you now, because we've been together for 29 years. I take you for, obviously. But if it's a new relationship, I'm not going to give up a friendship for a dude that I just started dating or I've been dating for a few months. Why would you throw a friendship away? And I've been I've been a throwaway in a friend relationship.
Right.
Again, not going to say names, but if he ever listens, he knows who he is. I've been a throwaway.
Right.
I've been the one who's like, oh, no. If she doesn't like you, then she can just go. Well, she ended up not liking me. And then I'm no longer friends with this person, this guy. I mean, I am, but like not. I mean, if
Not
we saw
tight.
each other out, we would
Not tight.
We would hug
Yeah.
each other and everything would be fine. But no, not at all. Like,
Right.
no. So it's just real difficult.
Well, I think
it's
the thing
it's
is
hard.
too, and I think this is something we've always preached. When you decide that this one's the one, like when you decide that you're, like in our situation, you're my wife, you're number one. If I have a girl that I really get along with and we're friends, and you have a vibe, and it's bad, you shouldn't have to prove yourself. On the other hand, you can't be petty and just say you have a vibe because you might not.
Right.
You might be jealous.
But that's us now as an established. If you
Right.
if a new girl started working,
But
with
I've
you
got
tomorrow,
to. I've got to wait. I have to put the weight on the side of the person that I've chose to run this life
understand
with,
that.
and say, okay, I got to cut. I got to protect her more and cut this out a little bit.
I understand that, especially if there was like some sort of chemistry in the past. But if not, then I think that you should sit down with your significant other and say, what's the problem here? Because
Well, yeah, of
I've been
course.
friends with her for years.
No.
Like,
I'm not
before you
saying
can-
years.
Yeah,
I'm saying in the situation where it's a new friend.
Oh, well then yeah. So like if a new girl started working at your office and you like just you all kicked it off because you have the same sense of humor or whatever.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you know you're here and you're talking about her and how nice she is and how fun and everything. I on my end might be like, really?
And you meet her, or
And
you,
I meet her and
you have a
am I
weird
going to
vibe.
be set up to have a weird vibe or am I going to be like, I mean she's cool, she's fine. I may be, but
Right.
I would already be set up to have maybe a weird vibe.
Yeah, you're
Does that
already.
make
It's
sense?
predetermined.
Yeah.
Your attitude towards her is.
And it depends on the age too.
Yes.
Because if she's super young, I'm not worried about it.
No, it's
'Cause
like our
she's-
kids.
Right. So I just feel like I wouldn't be worried about it. Versus if she's kind of our age, I might be a little bit like, I mean, I'm glad you have a new friend, but like, it would be weird.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it would be
That's
weird.
what I was saying about a guy.
In
it
our
would be weird.
situation now,
Right.
I'm not talking about a new
I think it's
relationship.
tougher though now because we're in a different era. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really tough now because everybody's talking and everybody's on Snap and everybody's on, you know.
Yeah, it's different.
the we're just friends thing screwed a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta be real careful and you gotta really pay attention to the gut
Yeah.
and you gotta respect the gut of your partner.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, I agree with that. I agree with that. But then I do think that it's possible to have a friend of the opposite sex to be a really close friend and not be any ties there, like at all. Like on the show that we're watching, Southern Charm. I always want to say Southern Comfort, but that's the drink. Southern Charm. What's her face on there? What is her name?
Cameron?
Cameron. Her and Shep are really close. I don't think there's any kind of, and she's close with Craig too. She's married.
Right.
I don't think there's any kind of romantic or attraction there, and I don't think there ever had been. I think it's truly friends. Like she's pregnant. He brought her Chick-fil-A in bed. Not weird at all. Her husband probably knew about it. You know what I mean? He could have walked in right then and been like, "Oh, hey, what's up, man?" You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the kind of friendship I'm talking about. Not something that where the other person has maybe an underlying like agenda.
Motive.
And I
Or
don't
if
think
you
in those
keep it quiet, I think a
situations-
lot of times people know. And that's what somebody said on a post somewhere. They were talking about relationship stuff and they said the biggest problem is if you find yourself in a conversation on social media or text or somewhere where you realize that you're hiding it,
Oh yeah, yeah.
then you're in. You're already in
If
an
you-
emotional. You're
Right.
she said that's when emotional infidelity starts, and it's almost too late when you realize
I would
it.
100% agree.
And
with that.
then you have to get out,
If
like
you-
now.
Yes,
Get
if
out
you
because
feel
if you're
like-
hiding
yes.
it at all,
Right.
And I think a lot of people justify it. Well, it's just a friend. I don't have to tell her everything, right?
You don't
I
have
mean,
to tell. But if you're
I don't
trying
have
to
to tell
hide
you
it, if I'm
everything.
sitting here texting, and maybe I'm texting a new coworker that I work with at GNC, okay, and I'm like over here texting, and like you come in, I have to like go because I'm worried about texting this person in front of you. Then that would be a red
It's a
flag.
red
yeah.
flag.
No, I'm
Right.
texting whomever
Yeah.
from work
yeah,
about something stupid, but it's somebody I work with. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like,
yeah.
and if I totally agree with that. If you're
Yeah.
having to hide it.
it's a problem.
Again, you don't tell me every time you snap with Meg. I don't want you to. That's exhausting, and I'm
No,
not
no,
in
no,
middle
no.
school.
That's but you know
But-
about Meg.
Right, and
My
so
point
if
is
you're-
when you're hiding a conversation with somebody that you might not know about, or you
No,
may know
that's-
about, but you know that it's not somebody I text
Yeah,
with.
that's
You're
what
like,
I'm saying. Like,
you text with her?
no, but what I'm saying is, if you felt guilty about snapping with Meg,
There'd
and
be a
like when I
problem.
walked in the room, you're like, oh, yeah, it'd be a problem. Because why do you feel guilty? I know about her. I know she's your friend. I'm cool with her. So what do you need to
If you have to hide it, it's a problem.
Something's not right.
If you have to be quiet,
Something's not right.
there's a problem there.
I 100% agree with
Yes.
that. I could not agree more. I think there's a problem because I can out in the open tell you everybody that I'm texting. You can go through my text right now. You can go through my DMs. You can go through anything you want. Because
That's too much. I don't want to do that.
no, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
if you have to be like, then yeah, there might be something that, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I think we both agree on that 100%. And I think we agree on the opposite sex friendship. I think we're on the same kind of page.
We kind of are. I think I've evolved and grown in
You
that.
have evolved because
quite
a long
bit.
time
I
ago,
used to believe there's no way.
Yes, you did.
I really did.
That
I believe
until
there's no way.
I think that you started having a female as a friend, and like you met Virgil, and you realized that okay, yeah, 100%.
I think it's a. But you got to understand. I think that it's like anything in life. When you're, I would say maybe it's an insecurity I had. Maybe it's a fear. Until I met some people and got a little more confidence.
Maybe.
But
did you?
But I think it's a fear, and you don't want to even let there to be a chance of some other guy getting your attention.
Did you have really close female friends when you were little? Like, no. I mean, really close. Okay, so that's the difference.
No.
So the streets I always grew up on, it was like I was one of...
Girls had cooties, man. There's no way.
There wasn't always a lot of girls around, but I've like I said, I've been naturally. My first very best friend was Jason. I mean, like I stayed over there. My mom had my brother. It's like our families were close, and so that was my first. If I can think of a first best friend, it would be Stacy, whom you've met, and Jason, whom I don't know that you have met. And I'm talking when we were young, like kindergarten. And I always had little boy best friends. I
never did.
Always did.
I mean, there were
Virgil
girls around, but they weren't really my friend. I didn't talk to them on the phone. They didn't stay the night.
Oh, I had it all. Like, Virgil was my next, Virgil I was close with. Sid I was close with. Even Shane, even though Shane I dated. Whatever dating means when you're in middle school. But it was, I mean, like, we have our initials still carved in the thing, in the sidewalk, which is funny. But we were still really close as friends when we broke up and he started dating someone else with bigger boobs than me.
It happens. That
happens.
It
happens. Stuff happens. But I'm just saying, like, there was always a male friend in my life.
Yeah. I get it. I didn't even have interest in girls, and I was into hockey and skateboarding until almost 9th grade, and then you take me off the market and robbed me of all the experiences.
Listen.
And now I have to bang girls in Kroger.
Oh, well,
like we talked about tonight. No, it's a joke. That's a joke, people. We joked about I was like wanting to go to a different Kroger, and she's like, "Why are you going to run into your girlfriends at that Kroger?"
We were totally just
we joke like this. So we always get into character, and we go with whatever stupid scenario we're in. It gets just out of control, and I'm texting.
It's a type of role play. It's weird.
I'm fake texting these girls, all three of them. Meet me in the popcorn aisle. Then she's like, I come back and I bang these girls in the popcorn aisle.
It really didn't happen.
And it didn't happen. She's like, that's gross. You need to shower. And so it turns in. This is our life, and this is why you're the only one for me.
I know.
Because I could never joke with any other woman, I don't think, about banging girls in a popcorn aisle. No. Get out of the car and go get popcorn.
No, because if I thought you were really serious, I would just say, let me smell your junk.
That's true.
If it smells like tuna, I'm done.
Oh, tuna.
Because I know you didn't take your ball tuner in with you.
I keep it with me everywhere I go. I keep it in my back pocket.
That's so funny.
Just in case. I should say meet me in the diaper aisle so we can get some baby wipes after.
Yeah, or like the toilet paper aisle where you can get the flushable wipes.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, what's the next one? I think we've discussed this one enough. I think we agree on that for the most part.
Let's see.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Yeah, we went down a rabbit hole with that one.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's what we want to do.
That's what I knew.
Number 25. No, number 26. How serious are you both taking this relationship? How serious are you taking this relationship?
Listen, I'm about done.
How serious are you
taking this serious.
It's time to start taking it serious.
It's been 29 years or something. I'm not taking this thing serious at all. This has just been like a fling for me.
That cuts deep.
Yeah. First cut's the deepest, you know.
A fling.
It's just been a fling. I think that's just it.
That's ridiculous. I'm not even going to address this question.
No, because that's for new relationships.
I mean, it is important.
It's a fair question.
It's a fair question.
It's a fair question.
Are you taking it seriously?
That's a question.
And the thing you got to think about, though, is the problem is here's where we run into a lot of problems in relationships, I think, is that I'm raised a certain way, you're raised a certain way. And now your perception of what taking a relationship serious is might differ with my perception of what a really taking it. Because our kids might watch us our whole life.
That's true.
And they may be like, you don't take anything serious. And they're going to be like, my dad didn't either, and he's...
Right.
Because I don't always take things seriously, but I do, because I can be very serious.
But you can also ruin a serious moment with your comedic acts like you did last night.
Yes.
Brooke and I were having a very, very heart-to-heart, and I was trying to get through to her and make my point. She was upset. I was trying to figure things out and make things a little bit better. And Jeff's over here, like, trying to spill ice out his mouth, like, trying to be a clown. And then she starts laughing, and I get mad. I did get mad because I have to deal with all the emotional texts and all the drama the girls go through. And then Jeff tries to make them laugh about it.
That's because I can't live with seeing them upset. So I got to make them laugh.
But you can't just laugh off problems.
I know, that's why I'm married to you. You get to deal with the problems. I make them laugh.
Can we trade places sometimes? I mean, because I can be funny. Next time you're trying to have a serious, when you're trying to really get on the kids, I'm going to come in with a freaking funny act, and I'm going to bust it up.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either. Okay,
I cannot wait. I can't wait. All right, 27. Do you bring up arguments very often, and why? No.
I don't think
Not very often.
You don't, for sure. I can get PMSy.
So once a month, maybe.
Yeah, but I don't like to argue. I don't like drama. I just answered that question. I'm not a dramatic person. I am a dramatic person, but not drama in the fact of let's have fights, let's cause issues.
Yeah, but
let's
we
have
talk.
problems.
We talk about things.
Yeah, just like
which avoids a lot of fights.
Last night when you made me mad, and I told you, which you had some beverages, so you weren't being as receptive as if you would like right now, and I excused that because I knew that. But I told you, I was like, you just made me mad. As soon as she walked out the door, I looked, instead of holding a grudge, instead of like pouting about it, I looked you down the face like, you just really made me mad. What did I do? I'm like, I was trying to be
I don't sound like that.
You do.
No.
Yeah. Oh, but you do.
Ooh, what did I do?
What did I do? That's what you sound like.
I don't sound
and
like
I was
a cartoon
I was trying
character.
to be, don't say that word.
A cartoon character?
Oh, I thought you said something else.
No.
I thought you said an offensive word.
Oh.
I said I was trying to be serious with Brooke and get through to her, and you're over there like trying to make her laugh, and then so she's laughing, having a good time with you, and I'm trying to be serious. Anyway, nonetheless, we communicate, which is the main thing. And
we nip it in the bud.
No, but we do fight. But here's what happens. We fight, we'll have it out, and sometimes there'll be a knockdown, drag out. I mean, not physically knocked down, but you know what I mean.
No, we can get nasty.
Oh, we can get real nasty.
We can get freaking nasty.
Oh, yeah. Like, yes, bad
like
fights.
If people were watching through a window, they would grimace and go, these people are never going to speak again. They're never going to make it. Yeah. Like, they won't talk after this.
But then once it's done, it's done. It's done.
It's done. That's what I love about you. And I give you credit because as a woman, and now I can get in trouble, I know that's difficult to not remember it forever and bring it back up.
Yeah.
But you are really good like a dude. You're a lot like a dude where it's like, you know, girls sometimes can hold on to things for a long time. Guys, some guys can too, so that's not necessarily fair to just put the girls in that category. But I mean, usually we can have it out, and I don't ever hear about it again. I might hear about it the next day because we have to deal with it,
yeah.
Talk it through. But after we've settled it, it's gone.
Yeah, I'm not about
It's gone forever. It doesn't come back a week later. It doesn't come back 3 hours later. It's gone, and I love that.
Again, which is why I have guy best friends, and I prefer to work with men in the workplace.
Right.
I've worked in law firms with lots of women, and let me tell you something. I work much better with guys. Much better. Because I don't deal with the drama. It's petty, it's stupid, and that's why I feel bad for the girls because I feel like when they bring me this drama, I try to empathize with them and try to help them, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, this is so petty and dumb and dramatic and unnecessary and childish.
Well, I see you doing the same thing I do when they come to me with the problems. Is you immediately go, "This is simple. This is how you deal with it," and they won't accept it being that simple.
No, because
it's like
it's not to them.
It's this simple.
Right. I know.
You do this, this, and this, or you do this, and it's over.
Right.
But there's an addiction to some of that drama.
I always validate what they're feeling because I was never validated as a kid. It was like always, oh, it could be worse. Oh, well, think if it was this. Oh, it could be so much worse. Well, at least it's not this. No, I think I do a very good job of validating your problem. Like, I know this sucks. That's terrible. But try this.
This could be worse.
Maybe
is the worst way to try to help somebody.
It's horrible. It could be
That doesn't
worse.
help anybody. What are you trying to do? Am I that dumb that I'm going to go, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's
now everything I feel is gone.
That's because
Thank you.
I know that's what
So
I'm
what
saying.
you're telling me, as I've always said, is what you say when you're telling me it could be worse is, hey, I don't want to hear your problems. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you don't have any problems. You know what I mean? And then it makes you, well, what it does is it doesn't validate you, which makes you feel bad. And then it makes you feel bad for feeling the way you feel because then you feel worse for that other person.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you're being judged on top of it.
Yeah, like you shouldn't be having a problem when so-and-so's mom just passed away or...
That's
do you know
not
what I'm saying?
That's not me.
I know, but that's what happened to me growing up. Like,
I understand. It's an easy way to, and I get it as a parent saying it, so I'm not necessarily piling on, but I understand that because it is when you work 10 hours and you've just got home and you're frustrated and you're dealing with relationship things and the kid comes to you with something to you is silly, to them is very serious, and you just want to go, get out of my face.
Right. No, I get that.
It's not right.
What's really frustrating is like last night I was trying to get through to her and I was trying to coach her and I validated her problem, which she has a legit problem. And I was like, here's what I feel like that you should try. And everything I said, nothing I said, she would accept. And that's when I started to get frustrated because I'm like, I've lived in this life longer than you. I haven't been in this exact situation as you, but I've been in situations similar, or my friends have been in situations like this, and here's what I saw happen. Try that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's really not answering the question, but yeah. What was even the question? Do we start fight? Is that what was it?
Yeah, it's do you bring up arguments very often and
that
why?
Was another rabbit hole, but anyway.
I like rabbit holes.
Yeah.
Want to do one
I don't
more?
like fighting. I don't like drama. So we actually get along pretty well with that. But we also aren't passive. So like I'm not going to have a problem with you and just not bring it up because I don't want to fight. I will 100% bring it up. If something's bothering me and it's more than a day and it's not just me being petty or stupid or like overthinking something, like this is legit, I'm upset and I'm worried or upset about it, I will bring it up to you whether it starts a fight or not.
I feel like I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing people would probably look at me and go, he's so calm and easygoing. But I'm telling you when I'm irritated, it eats a hole through me to not get it out. It makes me really, it would be bad if I held it in because then I would start to not like you.
People say that to me a lot. Like, does Jeff ever get mad? He seems so laid back and easygoing. I just laugh because I'm
a very passionate
I'm like the mom who, when you go pick your kid up from a friend's house, they're like, she's so well behaved and so polite. I'm like, what?
Do you see her at home?
Come home with me. No, Jeff's not that bad. I'm not saying that, but like I do know his other side.
But you're the only one that gets to see that side of me.
Us and the kid. The kids have seen it.
the kids see it, and sometimes at work people see it.
Do they?
Yes. There's people that I've worked with that have seen me upset. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's something that happens.
Well, especially too.
Not upset where I'm crazy like
no,
you've
but
seen
like
me, but I mean where I get stern and they're like, "Whoa,
yeah,
why are you so serious, bro?"
Yeah. Especially if he's been drinking too much, he could be asshole Jeff.
Yeah, if I have a lot to drink and something hits a nerve,
it's not fun.
It's not fun.
So anyway, but that's not normal.
I hate that.
But
the next day
normal.
I'll always feel like I'm a terrible person.
You do, but doesn't happen very often at all.
No.
It was borderline last night, but I just laughed it off. And I didn't laugh it off. I was too upset to even worry about it. I was like, I don't care how you're acting right now. Whatever, because you know that's not what I said, so be quiet. I think that's what I told you. I think I said shut up. I was like, you just need to shut up because you're putting words into my mouth. Because you're putting words into my mouth. You were really bad. And I just was irritated with you. And then when you passed out, I was so happy. I was like, God, thank goodness.
I'll give you a tip. Whenever it gets to that point and you just want me to straighten up, I can give you some activities you can do.
In that moment, I don't need an activity instructor, Jeff. I don't want activities when I'm in that moment.
Oh, okay.
Oh, let me see these activities. And he wants me to come. No.
You can do so many activities.
I just want you to shut up. And when you finally go to sleep, I'm like, God, thank goodness. Now I can sit here and like focus on my thoughts instead of trying to argue with you.
Well, that was a moment that I had that I don't really remember, to be honest with you.
It was what?
A moment. And I apologize for that moment.
It was a moment.
A moment.
A moment.
A moment.
You're weird.
So I've apologized for that moment.
It's fine.
Moment.
I just brought it up because it fit in the conversation. I didn't bring it up all day.
It did fit in the conversation, and it happens.
It does. All right, let's do
I can
one
admit
more.
when I'm wrong.
Let's do one more.
28. Do you make sacrifices for your relationship?
Absolutely, we both do.
That's the only way relationships work, is to make some sacrifices here and there.
Yep.
It got quiet really quick.
I know, I was reading. I really got distracted. I was reading a WhatsApp. Sorry.
No problem. I had a text from one of our daughters, so I was reading it.
Is she okay?
I think I
Is it
didn't
Brooke or
read it
Maddie
all.
or
It's
Kaylee?
Maddie. It's school stuff.
Oh,
so
okay.
anyway,
make sacrifices.
You
I
make
think we do make
sacrifices.
sacrifices. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it before, where we strive to make each other's life easier, and sometimes that that takes sacrifices. Right?
absolutely, yes.
I mean, I think that if we didn't make sacrifices for each other, we wouldn't be where we are.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
You have to make sacrifices for your partner.
You
Or
must.
it's not going to work.
Both
Or
sides
else
have
that's
to make.
very, very, very selfish.
Yeah, you can. Both sides make sacrifices, or else it doesn't survive very well.
I can't think of an example right now off the top of my head.
I really can't either. I think we've been sacrificing for so long, it doesn't feel like it anymore.
And maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I don't know. I can't think of anything right off the top of my head, but I think that we just work together. And that's why, like you just said, it doesn't feel like necessarily a sacrifice.
Well, we're teammates, and we're always looking to make life easier on each other and on
Right.
ourselves instead of making life hard.
Right.
Like I said earlier, if you're competing, that's not a good thing.
No.
So really, you're in a team sport now. Sit in
I can't-
tennis or golf, you're on
Yeah.
the same team.
Right.
There's no competing. Your success is my success, and my success is your success,
Right.
which is huge.
I like it.
Huge. But
What number did we get to?
we are starting. We got to 28, so we're on 29 next time.
29, my birthday. It's almost January.
It is almost January.
This is-
It's very exciting.
Tomorrow starts
Tomorrow
January.
starts January.
So, yeah, so I'll remember that number 29 because that's my birthday.
I'll put it in the notes just in case.
It's my birthday soon.
Happy birthday, Ange.
No, you cannot tell me that soon and say you covered it. No,
Okay.
that's not how it works, fool.
Remind me later. In the
Remind
month.
you later.
Yeah, in the month.
Oh, I'll
Remind
try.
me. Try to remind me.
Oh, I'm already counting down. I've already told them I started this new job at GNC, and they were saying something about January. I was like, "You mean January?" And he looked at me. He was like, "January?" I was like, "January. You're saying it wrong." He was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Oh, you'll find out." He's like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "It's my countdown. Countdown to what? My birthday." He goes, "Oh my gosh, you're one of those where we have to celebrate your birthday the whole entire month." I said, "Absolutely. That's right. You get 1 month out of the year. 1 day, really."
I was
but,
going to say.
but I mean, come on. You know you celebrate the whole month. It's my birthday
It's January.
tomorrow. I don't really celebrate New Year's Eve. I do, but the real reason why I get excited about New Year's Eve is because the next day is my birthday month. Keep calm, everyone. Keep calm. It's just my birthday month.
All right. Well, that was fun.
Okay.
Good night.